What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of the Brandon Show. As you already know, shout out to my family at Urban Boulevard. I am a brand ambassador. Shout out to them. Urban Boulevard, BLVD.US for 30% off of your purchase of your apparel. If you purchase something, then it's 30% off. If you use the code Brandon.30, that's Brandon.30 for 30% off your purchase at Urban Boulevard.US. So let's get into it. I know a lot of podcasters, particularly people I know. Um, I wouldn't say try to stay away from what I'm about to do, but they try to stay away from what I'm about to do. Some people tap on it when it affects them. Some people don't. Um, I live in Texas. I just want to say that out the gate. I live in Texas. I don't live in where they had the shooting, um, which is outside of San Antonio. Um, but my brother lives in San Antonio. My big brother lives in San Antonio. Um, not saying, you know, but I live in Texas, and I got nieces and nephews that's in pre-K elementary schools. Most of them, little cousins too. Excuse me. What happened a couple of days ago? Um, we're still trying to process it, right? Um, Robert Elementary School. Um, I think the total debt count is at 21, 22. Um, the last couple stories that have happened in this country, this government has severely dropped the ball. Now, here's where I maybe lose some people. I don't give a fuck about who you support. I don't give a fuck if you're a Republican to the end, a Democrat till you die, a conservative till you rest, a liberal till you perish. I don't give a fuck what you are. I could care fucking less. This country that we're in is fucking in turmoil. We were in turmoil with the president we have now. We was in turmoil with the president we had before. We were in turmoil with the president before him, the president before him, and even the president before him. Even Bill Clinton had somewhat of a decent run as president. But Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, all of these men have been fucking terrible. Yeah, I said Obama too. Obama's helped one community. I don't even have to go into it. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go into it. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta talk about it. I just say it ain't my black ass. I just say it like that. These last four presidents that we've had, none of them have done shit. I don't know why people continue to act like, well, my side was better when we got in the White House. It's like, bruh, no side was better. What the fuck are you talking about? George Bush didn't have crazy ass mass shootings in the country. The son of a bitch just put us in war for 20 fucking years. Like, the fuck you talking about? Like, come on. George Bush literally almost let a city sink because he thought blowing up, excuse me, blowing up levees would actually make the city ground level back to normal. Bitch, we're below sea level, and you blew up a fucking levees, and thought that shit made sense. And George Bush was no better. Maybe he didn't have these many mass shootings on his clock, but he did fuck shit too. We're not about to let his ass just skip past. Like I said, Obama, now that I can literally sit back and pay attention to what happened, 8 years with Obama was cool. It was okay. Now, of course, people will be like, well, Obama, he did. No, he didn't. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. Hate to tell y'all that. He didn't do shit. He did shit for the gay community. Now, if you're in that community, you got a lot of good shit from Obama. Congratulations, because you hit the fucking jackpot. But my people, that's when Dylan Roof shooting crit was happening. There was so many fucking bad examples during Obama's term that he didn't even stop. One of the craziest mass shootings was 10 years, will be 10 years in December. Sandy Hook, which was another elementary. 2012. Holy shit, that was Obama. Matter of fact, that's when he got back in office. He won the election in November, Sandy Hook December 14th. That's 10 years apart that this Robert Elementary is now. And I know people are gonna say, brother, you can't be mad at Obama. Obama got stifled by the system. Motherfucker, every president gets stifled by the system. Except one, and that was Trump. Because he's not a fucking politician. I say this all the time. Trump is not a fucking politician. So it made sense for him to find ways around laws that maybe been in place for presidents. Because he's not a fucking politician. He can give two fucks about them laws. You wasn't gonna stop him from doing what the fuck you want to do. I'm not a Trump supporter. Never was, never will be. But motherfucker made shit move. I gotta give him that. Like me. I don't love Kanye. I don't like that nigga at all. But the nigga music is fire when it's fire. It's same boat to me. It was like, bruh, I care less. I'm not a Trump supporter, but the nigga made shit move when he needed it to make shit move. A lot of these presidents nowadays, especially Obama and Biden, you blame Republicans and then you say, well, they're the reasons why we can't get shit moving. It's like, motherfucker, ain't you the president? Don't you have power to veto anything you want to veto? Don't you have the power? And don't say you don't, because Trump just showed you. If I want some shit moved, I can get some shit moved. But Trump was a bad fucking president, just as much as anybody was. Because he wasn't a fucking politician. He wasn't a president. He was just a motherfucker, a reality star. That's like putting Kim Kardashian in the fucking White House. What the fuck you think they gonna do? Tweet about everything they get the chance to do, and then disappear afterwards. I didn't understand how people was on Trump's dick so hard when he was president. It's like, dude, the shit he says should get him locked up. Period. Excuse me. But the fact that people was like, but he was my president. It's like, all right, that's a boat you gonna sail with, and that bitch gonna sink real fast, and it sunk real fast. And now we got Biden. Biden's just as shitty as a president. That's why every time people would do something, I'd be like, if you think Biden's gonna save us, you must be tripping. You must be fucking crazy. Think about the last three stories that have been out of the White House. Think about it. So, in like 2 months, the abortion bill being overturned, the 14th Amendment being overturned, mass shootings, 10 elderly unarmed black people, and now Robert Elementary. People always say, we need gun control. We need gun control. That's what we need. We need gun control. We need government control. This government, like Stephen A. said yesterday, has sold us out. They sold us out. They sold us out. There's nowhere around us. I actually wanted to sit and do this. So I wanted to do this. Roe versus Wade is the 14th Amendment. It gives a woman the right to choose whether or not what she wants to do with her body if in any situation she gets pregnant. This leaked. Think about this for a second. This conversation got leaked from like no state, no, from the government. The United States government leaked classified debate shit. I do debates on Tuesdays, but this is like a massive fucking situation. We just vote on fucking music and shit. This is literally every woman in this country that can have a kid. They are literally deciding if somehow, some way you end up pregnant and it wasn't even your fault. You get raped or something crazy. You get pregnant. You have to keep the kid. Huh? That shit got leaked. What the fuck have you ever been in America? In this country, where the fucking information got leaked like that? Don't worry, I'll wait. That shit don't happen. How the fuck something like that got leaked? This is what I'm saying. I don't think people truly understand what the fuck is going on. And the more I'm starting to realize this, the more I'm really puzzled by the era we live in. Classified information gets leaked to the press. A massive decision in this country. Rough draft gets leaked. How is that possible? You wanted us to create outrage for it. And that's this damn thing going around on social media about like the mass shootings. They're like mass shooting happens, media uproar, social media debates. You know, it goes to government. Government talks about it. Then it goes back to being normal. And then another mass shooting. Then all repeating it. And I kind of think that's what they wanted for this situation when it came to the abortion situation. They're not going to overturn Roe versus Wade. There's no way in hell this country, there's no way in hell this government leaks something like that, and then 5 seconds later, you still go through with it. That's no way in hell that happens. No way in hell. Especially when you have the first ever woman vice president in office. The fact that she hasn't said shit should tell you all you need to know about the government. I'm saying all this to say this. What I said earlier. We need a new government. We just need to redo, rehash, re-talk about what the fuck is a democracy. We need a real conversation. Because you motherfuckers have completely fucking forgot what the fuck that is. But I did math. I actually went and looked up some shit. So the 14th Amendment, Roe versus Wade, the right for a woman to have an abortion. There's a woman's choice to have an abortion. Was established and put into place in 1973. I also looked up this. The Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, it's a form as a militia, which pretty much means you can have a gun, was put into place in 1791. 182 years after the right to bear arms was put into place, the 14th Amendment was put into place. Now you're asking yourself, Brandon, why would you go look up that? And why would you say that? It's very simple. You can literally overturn a ruling that came out in 1973, which is going on next year. What, 50 years? It'll be 50 years since Roe versus Wade was put into place in this country. But you can't have a fucking rough draft leak about gun control when a law was put into place 182 years before that one? Huh? Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. You can literally talk about a woman's body and woman's right to choose if she wants to have a kid or not. That could get overturned. No questions asked. 50 years since that, 49 years, which would be 50 years next year. It'd be 50 years since that law was put into place, and we're actually having a conversation about it. But yet, when it comes to gun control, y'all can't even get to the fucking podium and actually explain why the fuck this shit is still in place. This is why I said I don't give a fuck who you rep and who you fuck with. Both sides are fucking stupid. They're fucking dumb. I don't understand it. I don't give a fuck if Republicans put that shit out there. I don't give a fuck if a Democrat did. I don't give a fuck who leaked it. I don't give a fuck who's running with it. All y'all are fucking dumb. You're stupid. You don't know nothing. And the fact that you motherfuckers can literally look the American people in the eye and say it got leaked. The fact that this amendment, the 14th Amendment, can be looked at, and that is literally a choice for a woman's choice. But yet, you see all of these mass shootings And you literally cannot have one moment of like human sympathy, which I said a couple of weeks ago. We don't have that shit no more. I don't know where the fuck it went, but it went somewhere. We don't have human sympathy no more. I don't know what the fuck happened. But you can literally have a conversation about a woman's right to have a kid and overturn that ruling, but yet, which would have been 50 years. It'd be 50 years next year that that ruling got put into place, that amendment got put into place. But you can't have a conversation and you can't even come up with the fucking idea, a fucking idea on how to stop mass shootings in America. And that ruling was put in place 182 years before that one. You're trying to bring more kids into a world where in 8 years that could have been that could be them in a motherfucking elementary school getting gunned down. Make that make sense to me. Please make that make sense to me. Make that shit make sense because it doesn't. It fucking doesn't. Fuck the government. Fuck if you voted for Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush. I don't give no fucks. They have not helped us in no fucking way. They have fucked us every sense of that word. They don't give a fuck. The government don't give a fuck. And at the end of the day, as long as their pockets are full, they don't give a fuck how many bodies in the street. Because it ain't they fucking people, it ain't they fucking problem, it ain't they kids, it ain't they grandkids. They could give no fucks. And that's this fucking country's problem. I'm Brandon Janeau, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.